Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for watching. I'm back, Justin here. As you guys already know, just give me a like or make a comment on the video. I always love to hear you guys, as you know as well. Today, I'm not going to talk about anything too brand new. Nothing's really changed in my life. Everything's kind of just, pending again, and I'm just waiting to hear back from certain things, and everything's going great in my life. I'm not feeling too negative anymore. I feel pretty good. I am hitting some of my goals. I'm working really hard to maintain, a sobriety in my life. And I guess that's kind of leaning into what I wanted to talk about. Also often with, addiction, it's a double-edged sword, and that, you're not just fighting with yourself, but you're also like fighting it. It seems like you're almost like fighting against everything else as well. All your friends, your family, is trying to stay social, making your bills. All these things are coming at you, and all you want to do is just run away and just stay in this bubble, this negative bubble. And then you resort back into your addiction, into being selfish, and staying away from all the people who love you, all of the people who have been there to support you. And then you end up being in denial and fighting against all the people who have supported you for so long, the people who have been there from day one. Maybe there's new people in your life that you do love, that you wish that you could be around. But what happens is that, again, it's a double-edged sword. So as an addict, you're sitting there thinking like, oh, all these people just want drama from me. Like they all they want to do is just like be able to talk shit and talk a story about me, because, they don't even know who I really am. They don't know the truth. And I speak specifically for myself in this story. I do have friends who are suffering from, self-medication and stuff. But although it is influenced by, like, this conversation I'm having right now is influenced by, other stories, but I can relate to that. And this story that I'm sharing with you, or the advice that I'm giving, or just the educational part of this video, is just that I'm trying to bring to light that it is a double-edged sword, and where the addict, me, is someone who just lives in this circle of negativity. So you do go to work and you pay your bills, and for so long, all I did was that I just lived in this little bubble that was, just do the bare minimum in life, and then self-medicate, and then self-loathe basically, and then wonder why you have nobody around you, that you don't have any friends, and that you don't have, people giving you a call to say hello to you and see what you're up to. Because what happens is everybody ends up saying to themselves, you know what, like, I got to go back to doing me, and I got to worry about myself, and I got to love myself, and I got to stay strong, and I've got to, hit my own goals, and I can't worry so much about what you're doing or what these other people are doing. If they're not going to take care of themselves, then why should I care about them if they're not going to care about themselves? So again, it's like the addict, but then it's the support. And like, as the addict, you can't expect your support system to be the thing that's gonna turn your life around and make everything better. Number one, it is very, very hard to come out of being an addict, to live a sober life. They say, like, when you become an addict, or if you are born into being an addict, some people are born addicts. So it is a very hard struggle. And that's also why they say, like, to seek professional help. And I understand that, a lot of times people can't afford the professional help, or they're in a location where there's not a lot of help around. So for me, and that's what happened with me. And so for me, what I've done is I've isolated myself for far too long, first off, number one, and that's my self-loathing. And I've been so selfish too. So, while I'm in my addiction and I'm intoxicated, what goes through my head, and I may cry, and I have the desire to have love in my life. I've always had that. Not relationship love, but just love in general, and positivity and all these things. But I'm not doing anything for myself, you know, or I wasn't. So what happens is you just then create this really dark space where it's like acceptable for you to just come home and get intoxicated and live in that bubble the whole entire time. You're sitting there like bashing everyone, like, why don't they love me? Why aren't they calling me? Why aren't they showing me support? Why are they talking shit about me? Why don't they just understand me? Why are they judging me all the time? And then on the flip side of that, the supporters are like, man, I'm just doing me. And whenever I hear something that, you know, sounds horrible that you're doing to yourself, you know, I'm there for you and I want to see you do better. But I'm back here making goals meet. I'm back here working on myself, creating new you know, new ambitions for myself. I am working on myself and loving myself and trying to stay positive. So I'm not strong enough to come into your bubble of negativity and then listen to you talk about all your problems and then be in denial, you know, as well. And so no, like, I'll love you from afar and I want to see you get better. But again, I got to be on my A game. I got to run my life with my head held high and my shoulders back. So are you doing that? You know? So again, I just wanted to kind of bring to head with my friends and everybody who watches me on Facebook is like, I was a severe addict for a very long time. I was. This is years ago. Okay, I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about years ago. But once an addict, always an addict. So when I'm doing really well for myself and I'm excited and I'm like, I am going out and hanging out with friends and I am, you know, ahead of my bills and I've been working hard to meet my goals and stuff like that. Sometimes I will fall back and I will go ahead and take a drink that day. I'll go ahead and get fucked up that day on alcohol. And there's nothing wrong with falling, especially whenever you are thriving and you're living that life and you're working really hard to maintain those goals. And as long as your spirits are up and you're not hurting your family, you're not hurting your friends, you're not belittling anybody or yourself, you're not sitting back self-loathing, wasting your whole entire life. Meanwhile, you've got people graduating from college, you got people getting their first career, you've got people that are, you know, getting a plane ticket out to the Bahamas because they worked their ass off for the last year and they actually saved enough money to go out and do something. And instead, you're sitting over here in your bubble of negativity saying, oh, look at them, they think they're so great. Well, they worked their ass off for that, you know? They worked their ass off for that. So instead of the addict sitting there doing something for themselves to do better, they're just sitting there flipping through Facebook or flipping through, you know, Instagram, watching everybody build their goals and make their lives, and then sitting back just sipping on that beer thinking, well, what about me? Why don't I ever get that opportunity? Why don't I get that chance? So I highly suggest stop being so goddamn negative in your life. And I say this to myself as well, because I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I mean, people are drinking them energy drinks. People are eating those potato chips. People are not spending money on the right things. People are letting their bills go, their credit go, just so that they can have that temporary satisfaction of those new pair of shoes or whatever it may be. So this isn't just an addiction story. This is much more about like, don't worry so much about what everybody else is doing and how their lives are blooming. Sit back and try to work on yourself. Number one, love yourself to death. Make sure you're loving yourself, because you don't love other people until you love yourself. So to conclude this, okay, is just basically to say, you can sit back in your selfishness and in your negativity and watch the world just go right by. Float right by, and you watch people having babies, getting married, you know, all kinds of things that you wish you had in your life. And until you start making some of those things become a reality, you don't have any right to judge other people and what they've got going on. You should sit back and be proud of your friends, proud of your family, proud of the people that you know, and support them, and stop being so damn selfish that all you ever want is, you know, contact me, call me, come hang out with me, do this for me. What about me? You know, get your head out of your butt and go do something, make a goal, get that goal met, create another goal, and live life with your head back, shoulders up fucking high, and love yourself, man. That's all you got to do is just love yourself. All right. I love you guys. Give me a comment. Tell me what you guys think. And until next time, bye.